Yes, I made JavaScript course, and I can tell you it is useless if you want to get a job. If you're not understanding what do you need to get a job, this course is useless for you. Because from my experience, what I see in the market, in engineering work life, that there are at least, let's say, 4 steps that you have to pass before technical interview or to get a job. So first you have to have an CV. You have to have a CV that passing filters. So first having a CV, it is copywriting. Passing filters of recruiters, it is, I don't know, let's say marketing. Passing behavioral questions, it is communication skill. And yeah, passing technical interview, it is, I don't know, 50-50, for example, for job experience and your real understanding of the field you're passing on. So no courses can cover all these steps and get you from the ground to hero to get this job. Especially in JavaScript, especially in programming, there are tons of videos that teach you pieces, and you get in this loop, and you may got you thinking that, okay, I will have to watch this event loop in 10 minutes video and I will understand everything. There are gamification, there are medals, there are everything, animation, everything is great. I am going to pass an interview. You go to interview and you realize that you spend 4 hours weekend for making a Twitter clone has nothing the same with real system design interviews. Because system design is about global picture. They ask you, okay, you understand how to create an HTML page that sends some data to PHP, and this PHP updates your MySQL database. But what if you have 1 million users that send this HTML form? How do you handle it? It was not covered in YouTube video about Twitter clone in 4 hours. And if you have to spend just 4 hours, even with AI, to create a first version of Twitter, do you really think that X needs thousands of engineers to keep it running? Maybe with AI, you just cut all your programmers, all these positions, and you have money. Everything is working with AI. But yeah, you can check with career pages, even AI companies are hiring engineers, not AI first engineers, but technical first engineers. And yeah, this course is also not a roadmap to senior staff level. Here, I concluded only time that I spent on asking questions, AI, Google, internet, specification, of course, to understand the global picture, the helicopter view, if you want, to understand what is a JavaScript, where it is placed, why if I open an ECMAScript, by the way, what is ECMAScript? I know YouTube videos about Clojure, JavaScript Clojure. I know YouTube videos about even learnjavascript.com or something. MDN, I know. But why I open any JavaScript engine like V8 and they say that they support only ECMAScript? What is this? I open ECMAScript, there is no even console. There is no, I guess, even fetch function described. What is a documentation that says nothing about console? Console log used every day. Okay, so yeah, don't expect this course to be a roadmap or even to get you hired. It's not the idea, of course. Motivation on this course is just collecting and packing some notes from my iPhone into a course, into structured format. And the whole idea is to help you understand what are the possibilities of JavaScript and how to learn JavaScript and understand the engineering background behind these questions. So it is mostly about technical interview and understanding the questions, understanding why some engineers ask you about event loop. By the way, where is event loop? Is it a npm package? Is it a JavaScript? Is it inside browser? Can I have a package of event loop? Okay, of course it is covered in this course. But I am running technical interviews and I often ask, even in times of AI, I often ask just why questions. Okay, there is event loop. I am 100% sure you know what is this. And even more percent sure that you can ask AI right now any question about event loop, what is going now, timer, promise, or something else. But the question is why we have this event loop. For example, you say that JavaScript is single-threaded, so only one code can be executed in one time. But I open YouTube, there is a stream of music, I listen to this music, I chat in the chat, I see some notifications, some commercials, and I don't hear that music is stopping, the music is breaking. So if only one code can be executed, like in JavaScript I say audio.play, for example, and audio is playing, how is it happening that something else is running if my audio is playing? Even fetch, I run fetch, yeah, a lot of people knows about event loop and all these queues, but who runs fetch? If I started in JavaScript, so where is it running? If it's asynchronous and one-threaded, but something is happening when fetch is running. So there is something not single-threaded, because something is happening while fetch is fetching. And as I said, it is just a collection of my notes that I spent around 6 months to get. You can spend around 6 months or a year to get absolutely the same notes and course. Of course, all the data is free and open. You can open just ECMAScript, you can open even source code of V8 JavaScript engine and understand everything. If you understand everything in source code of Chrome, of course that's not the place for you. And I share these ideas just for sake of another idea that if you want to learn something, try to teach it to anyone. Thank you.